All right. What's up, guys? Here we are with another trading recap. And today I am finishing up $301.80. So, pretty solid day today. I didn't have any huge winners except TBLT. I had maybe 140 in one trade. I had $140 winner, which was pretty good. Other than that, PLRX. So my largest gain of the day was 147. I was on TBLT, and then if I type in PLRX, my largest gain was only $32 in one trade. However, because I took 82 trades and won 66% of those, I was able to have a profit factor of 184 and walk away with $175 on the stock. And that was by deploying a different strategy than what I was normally do in a different type of market. And I didn't really start to change my strategy or kind of alternate it to fit this market until about 2 weeks ago, when I just had those back-to-back red days. And I realized that I had to switch something up. And so what I've been doing is just kind of scalping off the lows, finding a support level, and then sitting on this, in this case for PLRX, because the spread was so big and the stock was a little bit more expensive, I was able to sit on the bid and wait for the stock to come down, and then I would get in on the bid and then start averaging myself out as the stock price was rising, or kind of reverting back to its mean, or potentially curling back up for a breakout. I wasn't really looking for those momentum patterns, I guess you could say, on PLRX, because this is a different type of stock. It has the 36 million shares outstanding, and in the pre-market it was a 400 million market cap. Right now it's 800 million market cap, but 400 million market cap, that's still a lot of money that you need to turn the float, to turn the stock float. And since it's more expensive, it's might not. In this case, it didn't perform with those momentum patterns that you usually see with a float under 10 million. And so what I was able to do, just by reviewing like the past week, I have a completely different strategy for floats over 30 million. And that is by only scalping off the lows, not really looking for those momentum patterns that I would be if the stock float was lower and if we were in a hot market. You're looking for your classic cup and handle bull flag, starter off the low, adding on a break of the pivot point, or your 5 minute, or your C in the ABCD pattern. So your break of the pivot point, and then adding on a breakout, taking some profit, adding back on a micro pullback on the previous breakout level, looking for a continuation. That's just not what I was looking for today on these stocks that are bigger floats. And just by me studying FFIE, SRG, and CLVS, this is pretty much almost the same stats. Maybe a little bit lower on the float side, but still big enough to not really be moving like a stock like we've seen, like NRSN or ADN or HUSA or any of the really small micro floats. And so today, PLRX I'm not going to go through all of these trades, but generally what I was doing was just sitting on the bid, waiting for that pullback on some support, and then selling it as it was reverting back to the mean, or for a potential breakout if it was really looking good and volume was coming in. And so that did pre-market, and I was able to get a nice cushion on the day pre-market, and then this thing just absolutely ripped. And the one thing that I did wrong today was I gave into my FOMO. I was feeling so good pre-market. I was like completely at ease, super calm. I'm not looking to capture every move in the market. I'm just looking for the setups that look great to me. And that's how I was able to have a really good cushion in the morning. But then when PLRX opened up and ripped in 3 minutes, up from $16 to $20, I was literally through the roof. I was like getting so excited because first, we're getting momentum, and two, there's a lot of volume and there's lots of volatility, and three, I haven't seen something like this in a long time. So I thought, this could be a huge day. And that's kind of, I shift my mindset at the open. I was like, now this, the opportunity's here. I have to capture it. And so I kind of gave into my FOMO a little bit. I got in, my first entry was on the resumption of this, the resumption of the halt at 1921. And then I got spooked because it just was so volatile. I didn't want to get caught in the halt down. So I just took a loss there, and then sold the rest for a bigger loss. And then tried getting on the lows here. I made some back here. And then here was my bigger one. I got in at 1950. I thought I was doing a quick 1 minute pullback and then maybe a flip green up to 21.5. But yeah, and then it flashed down here to 1885 and I took it off 1883. And then it retraced its move and broke out. And that's just me from being FOMO. I wasn't being patient enough for that proper pullback. It was a beautiful pullback off the 9 EMA. And I know if I didn't get up here at 1950, I would have definitely gotten down here at this great opportunity at 1883. So that's also another thing to keep in mind is like when the market is volatile like this on these volatile stocks, there's so much volume where it's like you can't even read the tape anymore because it's just going so fast. You have to remember that you're going to have to be able to take a little bit more risk than what you're normally used to because, for example, this pullback here from the high to this 9 EMA was a 12% pullback. So if you even got in slightly early, let's say at $18, thinking you're going to get a bounce off 18, and then it dumps down below 18, that's a 2% additional pullback off $18. So if you're in early, you got to be able to weather a 2% loss before you see some green. And that's just not something that we've been used to or we've been seeing just the past couple of months or even this year is this volatility. So, a 2% loss in like a slow market is a lot, but if it's very volatile, a 2% loss, that could be a bargain to average down or to get a better entry or to start edging into a trade looking for a pop off the 9 EMA or off some support. So that's just something to keep in mind when it's very volatile. You got to be willing to hold through some bigger pullbacks than what you're used to. And I'm sure that threw a lot of people off today. For sure, a lot of traders off because we haven't been really seeing this. And just the day that we get this, many of us may have not been ready. And for those who are ready, of course, I'm sure they're massively green because this gave a lot of great opportunity. Even in power hour, and I was able to come back in power hour and make some more on top of what I had in the morning. So that was it on PLRX. Down here, I tried scalping off the lows here. I thought we'd see a pop, maybe a retracement, bigger retracement. I thought this was like a reverse head and shoulders. I thought we'd see a bigger pop there. But after it failed, I kind of just left it alone, went to the beach, relaxed for a little bit, came back, had some lunch, and then started trading it again for power hour and made some more. So it kind of worked out. PLRX is the hottest stock of the day. And I do hope this continues this week. So far, it's a great start for the week. I would love to see this continue. And then TBLT, pre-market here, I thought we'd see some continuation off this huge move from 2 to 3, but never got it. Here again, I thought we'd see a pop through VWAP. And then here again, I got a quick scalp here at the open, but it failed to break the VWAP. Pull back, and then I got my first entry here at 268. Took some profit, 100 shares off at 271, and then I was like, this could potentially retrace back to VWAP, break this previous high pre-market pivot point at 283 or 282, and so I started averaging. So I was in kind of starter share size at 268, then I got in at 277 as I saw volume coming in, and then we broke through VWAP and I added more at 280 until I took some off here at 275 because it kind of was stalling out here, and then took the rest off for 3,000 shares. So it's in a total of like 4,000 shares or so. And I took the rest off up here at 283, which is, I walked away with a nice $140, and then I gave back about $20 here getting chopped up in here on small size because I thought you could potentially curl back up and now break that 287, but I was really looking for that move back to the threes because it was a 2 million share float, and I thought this had potential, especially after the momentum we saw on PLRX. I thought some of it would rub off on TBLT, but it just didn't work out like that. I guess just all the momentum stayed here at PLRX. It just went bananas today. Like at any point you could have bought and held, and by right now you'd be in the green. So I really do hope we see some more of this, and maybe we'll see even cleaner setups. PLRX was not the cleanest, but if you did apply the right strategy, you could be definitely very, very green. So hope you guys learned something about the strategy that I deployed today to stay green and have a nice green day. So finished up about $301 on the day. If you're still watching at this point, do hit that like button. Also consider subscribing and comment down below. In the description, I do have a link to a website called Trade Journal, which is a free platform where you can journal your trades and log your trades and see all your stats and charts and your P&L and whatever. And then also I have a link to the Discord, which is where I am mostly in for during my trading session. And there's a lot of other traders in there that share their thoughts on the trades and the stocks that are moving. So definitely give that a peek as well. So that's it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next day trading recap. All right, peace.